is being so bad.
So naughty.
So we're going to Koh Samui. Say something to future.
May you always be free and allow yourself to feel and move, and maybe she's not.
When she's watching this, is probably you.
You know how they say women like assholes? That is not true. Nobody likes assholes, except our gay friends. When you're with women, you should never be an asshole or a douchebag. But man, you should toughen up and know exactly how to disagree and stop being soft when you really need to. If you want to maintain the attraction in your relationships, you gotta know exactly when to say no. In this video, I'm going to teach you a skill that for the rest of your life, every time you interact with women, you come off strong, you can hold your ground, still be likable, and never act like a beta male ever again. Women respect you more, like you more, and you maintain the attraction through the relationship. I'm also gonna give you an example of someone I met on Tinder, and she came over, and after a few hours when everything was good, she wanted me to get her Uber to leave, but it wasn't right, so I didn't. We had some turbulence there. I'm gonna show you what happens and how you can actually gain more attraction by confrontation. Alright, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button because there are a lot of cool tips on this channel that you should watch. Women lose interest for different reasons. If you lose motivation, if you're a douchebag guy, if you become boring, if you lose your sex drive, for any of these reasons, at one point she loses interest. One very common reason women lose interest is the guy starting to act beta. Do you know what is beta? Beta means when you go out of your own way to make her happy. You say yes, so she's happy. You say yes so she stays with you. You say yes because you're avoiding confrontation. And what happens? You start to slowly die inside because that's not what you want to do, but you do. And a lot of guys do it. Some of them become passive aggressive. Some of them stop talking. Not that you create any attraction, you actually do the reverse. She stays there with you, maybe she stays there with you, but she stays with you in a relationship that neither you nor her are happy. So it's not a good relationship. I want to clarify here, there's nothing wrong with spoiling a woman. There's nothing wrong to do something good for her because you want to. But you don't do something good because you want her to stay. So you do something good so she stays with you. That is fucked up. Now let me give you an example of not going out of your way so you know exactly what I'm talking about. See, a few nights ago, I had a Tinder date. That was the second time we were seeing each other. So she came over. Everything was good. We had a good time. She was here for 5-6 hours. We listened to music, we cuddled, we had food, I made her food. Massive pillow fight. So we were talking. She was walking in her underwear. She had my t-shirt. She was walking. She was very comfortable. Randomly, she comes and sits next to me and says, Ben, this is the time of the night that you be a gentleman and call me a taxi. Then I looked at her and said, taxi. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm calling you a taxi. Then she got all serious and again said, Ben, I'm serious. Get me an Uber, be a gentleman and get me an Uber. Now look, when I'm with a woman, especially now that interactions are really fast, like you meet someone in a few hours, you're together, I'm very careful and I want you to be the same. Be very careful how she feels. Be very careful that she's very comfortable, she feels safe, she feels like if she wants to go, she can leave at any time she wants. So I'm very careful that when somebody is there with me, she knows she can do whatever she wants. If she doesn't want to be there, she can go at any time. So that's why I'm very nice, especially when we get close and we do things. I usually make her food and I make her feel at home because she gets very vulnerable after you do those things. So I was sure she was feeling comfortable. So I asked her, well, it's snowing out, it's 2 in the morning, it's a half an hour drive to get there, and neither of us have to work tomorrow. Is there anything you want that I can get you? Because we had food, the fridge was full of food, the place was warm, the bed was big, everything was good and she was comfortable. And then she said, no, I want you to do what I tell you and call me a taxi. Look, if I knew she's 1% uncomfortable or she really has to go for 1%, I would have called her a fucking limousine, not a fucking Uber. But she was trying to do something. She was trying to get me to do something that, for some reason, sometimes you get in a situation like that, that you know you shouldn't do it, but you want to be nice, but you do it. So what happened? I told her, look, I really don't want to go. If you need anything to feel comfortable, let me know, I get it for you. But if you want to go, I'll walk you down, I hug you out and kiss you goodbye, and you can get a taxi and go yourself. So this is what happened. She said, no, I want to go. I said, okay. So she gave up, we went downstairs, we hugged, and she left on semi-good terms. Next morning, I wake up and look at my phone, 200 messages. Letters, like 10 messages. Hey, I want to come back tonight. What are you doing tonight? And this time I be a good girl and I stay. Seriously, what the fuck? What was all that push for? Be nice to women. Treat them really well, especially after you sleep with them. You should never go out of your way and do something that you don't want to do to make other people happy. I want to repeat this, very important you understand that everything was great, everything was good, and I can't really say, but I have a very good feeling because of what happened the next day. She wanted to leave, she wanted to maybe prove a point or something, and that kind of test happens a lot in a relationship. Can I get this guy to do what he doesn't want to do just because I say? And that is where you should really stand ground, be emotional, but act logical. Be compassionate, be kind, say, look, if you want to go, like, just go. Or if there's anything you want, I can get for you. But I don't want you to go. And if you don't have a reason to go, then of course I'm not getting you Uber. And she knew it. That's why she called the next day. That's why she came over the next day. That's why she stayed the next day. It wasn't the nicest breakup after a few weeks, but because I had to leave the country. But the thing is, that night, if I had said, okay, I get you an Uber, right, go, our relationship would have been completely different. I said one more time, never go out of your way to make other people happy. You are the most important person. If you want to do something, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Be nice, have fun, and stand your ground. Now leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you ever been in a situation like this that you really didn't want to do something, but you just did it because you didn't know how to handle the situation, or you just did it because you didn't want to upset her. Also, if you want to get examples of how to talk to women when you're stuck in situations like this, you can download my book. The link is under this video. It's free, it's called OSS. See you in the next video.